Brad, I think you're going to be impressed with what you see over the next 20, 30 laps with that 11 truck.
Corey Heim up to 6th, slips back to 7th there.
You better call them quickly, Jamie. These guys are moving all over the place.
There's action everywhere, but meanwhile, Carson Hocevar has set sail out front. Byron up to 3rd. Lane Riggs has slipped back to 4th.
Byron hasn't been quite as fast as Carson Hocevar, but he's been a little more measured in the moves he's making. He's now a threat to win the race, establishing the top 3.
You know, he started in the back, and he had to go to the back because his truck stalled, and yet he's fought to the front. What's going on here?
Bailey Curry looks like slow down the front stretch.
See if he can get that thing back to the pits.
Piercy's back up to speed off of turn 2 as we have Corey Heim and Daniel Hemrick still battling here.
Battle for 8th. This was the finish last week right here at the 11 and the 19, 1-2 at Texas.
Boy, what a battle that was, too. Those race trucks. Wow. Hope we have another epic finish like
sticker tires, Brad, coming on your truck.
And knowing you're going to leave pit road here, restarting on the front row. Or are you seeing it, obviously?
Now you just can't compound it by speeding on pit road when you're frustrated.
Yes.
Man, that's easy to do as well. So he's going to remain on the lead lap. I think pretty much his chances of winning are gone, no matter what happens in this race, but he could still get a good finish with the caution. If a caution were to fly here, he's back up to speed ahead of the leaders.
For this battle for 4th, Ben Rhodes battling the rookie Gio Ruggiero. Meanwhile, Carson Hocevar leading this race. He'll be in the race tomorrow. On FS1, the NASCAR Cup Series heads right here to the heartland of America as the biggest stars in racing look to bring home a victory in Kansas. Coverage of the Advent Health 400 begins at 1:30 Eastern with the green flag flying at 3 o'clock. That's only on FS1. Happy that Brad Keselowski's joining us here in the booth. I know it wasn't a good day in qualifying for you, Brad, but on the flip side, Chris Buescher.
Oh, wreck off in turn 2.
Front row. Yes, we have 2 trucks around. The 44, Bailey Curry, just taps the wall. Connor Mozak goes around.
Bailey dictate what happens on this restart. If they get a good launch, and Michael, if they're able to keep the second place truck in that outside lane with good momentum by giving them a push, the outside lane will have a significant advantage here and might be able to defeat Carson Hocevar if he picks the bottom lane. If they don't, Carson Hocevar is most likely going to just drive off on this restart.
Well, Willie B will be on the outside of the front row, and it looks like Gio Ruggiero will be behind Willie.
If he can stay tight to William Byron, it's going to be very difficult for Carson Hocevar.
Leaders cross the line. That means we've reached our Craftsman. 20 to go.
Here comes the push.
Look how close this restart is. Gio Ruggiero right up the middle.
And the push works. William Byron is going to get to the outside of Carson Hocevar.
Now can Tanner Gray close the ground and give another push?
Big run coming. No push. Oh, wow. He's going to try to clamp down on Carson. But William Byron is still there.
Tanner Gray lost all that momentum. He slides back. His teammate Gio Ruggiero gets around him, picks up the 3rd spot. Battle up front. Carson Hocevar hangs on to it. William Byron, the 2016 winner here, trying to hang on for his 2nd win at Kansas.
Williams' truck just doesn't quite look as good as Carson's truck. Carson's truck able to carry that run down into 3 and 4 and just barely clear him off of turn 4. That was a big, big moment for him to seal his position in the lead.
Look at this battle. Tanner Gray going for it again. Look at this battle between teammates.
What about Dawson Sutton making himself known in the top 5?
He had a penalty earlier, Michael.
2-lap penalty.
A 2-lap penalty, and now here he is, the rookie running up in the top 5. He and Gio Ruggiero, both rookies in the series.
Wow, did you see how fast Lane Riggs went through the center of that corner?
Rolling the bottom.
Wow, he sustained it 2 off and is able to close right up on the 17 truck.
And that goes back to the fact that, look at the lights are on. It's getting darker outside. That bottom lane's getting faster.
William Byron is using every trick he has in his book to try to close in as Corey Heim works his way through the field.
Back into the top 10 after that big penalty we saw right before this yellow.
The pass-through penalty, and here he is, Corey Heim doing Corey Heim things. 11th right now.
You got to think for Corey Heim, if he's able to get a top 10 out of a day where nothing seems to want to go his way. That would be a good win for him.
Another guy that needs a top 10 is Brandon Jones in that one truck. He's had a tough 2025 in the Truck Series. He's got a good run going.
3-wide battle for ninth.
Let's go ahead and call it 4.
Corey Heim says, excuse me, coming
He's going to
through.
get all of them in one move.
Corey Heim, unbelievable. Up to ninth, just like that.
Whoa, Brandon Jones, you see the aero effect right there. He got right behind Corey Heim, lost the front end, had to lift.
You know, last week, Carson Hocevar jumped in